Growing up, Barb was always by the water or on a boat. Over the years, she watched her dad, Clint, construct and work on several boats used by their family. Barb talked about wanting to build a boat just like her father did. A couple of years ago, she purchased plans and constructed a small wooden motorboat made from scratch. Built right in our garage, she used marine-grade plywood and connected the pieces using the stitch and glue method. The boat was coated with fiberglass and epoxy. We now enjoy using this boat, which was aptly named Mr. Clint in honor of her boat-loving dad. Looking back, we wish we had documented the construction of Mr. Clint. Barb's current project is a 1950s-style runabout boat. The only difference in this project is that we purchased a kit rather than cutting each piece of wood ourselves. It is still quite a journey and uses the same techniques as the previous build, including the same methods of joining the wood pieces together, using fiberglass, epoxy, stain, some paint, and lots of sandpaper. You can see some of the progress we've made so far here, starting with just the kit in flat boxes, then to the beginning of the stitch and glue, putting the outside of the boat together, and some fiberglass. Please follow along as Barb shows her weekly progress in this new journey.
Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Barb Building a Boat. You might look at it and say to yourself, I think I've already seen this one. Not really, but you've seen the same method that I've been using. This week I had to finish up on the carlins and the side panel, control panel area for the starboard side of the boat. And I also added the deck stiffener, which is up in the front, and underneath it is the dashboard. I added that. I secured everything with the thickened epoxy. The stern of the boat, I put some quarter panels in. They get covered actually by part of the deck. It will run down and cover it, but it's all for stability of the boat. And it's really kind of the same stuff that I've been doing, but it does take a lot of time. I don't want to rush anything. Sometimes I'll get tired and a little frustrated with little areas, so I'll take a break and I might not come back the next day, but it's getting very close to where I can show you different parts. That's what I'm looking forward to, because I know you've seen this already. But it's a short video this week. If you watch, you'll basically see the same thing, but maybe you'll think how much it's starting to look like a real boat. Anyways, thanks for coming and visiting. Do appreciate all the support I get, and enjoy the episode. Next week's episode may be a little more exciting. Thank you. There's a pair of Carlins right here that run all the way around. I got those in, both sides. I got the other panel for where the controls all run through, all the wires run through on both sides in, hardened. I got those two pieces in the back put in, and I don't remember what they're called. One is a little high on one side, so after everything hardens, I'm going to have to plane it a little bit. But besides that, that's fine. I got the dashboard in, also the deck stiffener. I sanded all this stuff down. I spared you that. I'm it's not the final sanding, that's for sure. But, so the next time, I have to actually drill a hole in the bow for, my trailer hinge. It hooks up to the trailer, you know, so you can roll it up. I bought one with just one. I just hate making a hole in a boat is just like, it's killer. So I got one. I'll put that in the bow, and I also, before I put my decking boards on, I have to I gotta drill a couple holes in the frames up the bow, because after that it's like no getting to them, and I have to wire it, because I have a light at the bow, and I've already drilled a hole in the other frame over here for the stern light. Then after I get done with some of the electrical little things, I'll sand everything. I'm going to get inside of here and do my first time in there, and finish thickened epoxy in certain areas. I will do my fairing compound in 1, 2, 3. Some of these little pockets that are going to be covered by wood, but like I said, I want them to look nice anyways. And I'll do a whole sanding in there. And then when I get the panels on, there'll be more sanding, and it's just sanding. But anyways, I feel like I really got some things accomplished. Some of the pieces, everything fit in good. So that must mean that I actually got the frame straight, which is a nice feeling. And yeah. And then we'll go from there. I mean, we're really getting close to having it all assembled, except I'm not putting the seats in yet, or the bench, because I want to make sure I get everything sanded nice, and then before I even put those in, I will epoxy it all inside a few times, and I'll stain it inside a couple times, and then I'll epoxy again. And once I'm done with that, once I'm finally done with the total inside, then I'll put the seats in, wooden seats. But until then, I won't do that. But I'm getting there. I really feel like I'm getting there. So thanks for watching, and if you like it, share it, comments, and I thank you very much for spending your time watching me build a boat, or attempt to build a boat. Have a great day.